There is a question that I hope that nobody, after watching this video, ever asks again. And the question is this: if you were in my shoes, what would you do? Now let me explain why I have such a big problem with this question. There has never been such a unique expression of life force as you. And there has never been such a unique and different expression of life force than in somebody else. You will never know what it's like to really be someone else, and they will never know what it's like to be you. And so when we ask someone, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? We run the risk of being confronted with some very, very well-intentioned and maybe quite wise and useful, but nevertheless highly projected advice that could harm us more than it aids us. So a simple trick is simply to change the question. So I recommend that instead of asking somebody, if you were in my shoes, what would you do? Is to ask instead, what questions would you be asking yourself if you were in my shoes? What questions would you be asking yourself if you were in my shoes? What I love about this question is that it also breaks the pattern of us all going round being advice-giving maniacs. And when you ask a question such as, what questions would you ask yourself? You give the other person a chance to also process their own decision-making and take more ownership of it. I really want to encourage everyone to start to trust themselves more and trust in the power of their own decision-making. And I do believe that this question, it helps both people in the interaction. It helps the question asker to learn more about this person's approach and get new ways of thinking. And it also helps the person who's asked the question to really reflect on and then have the chance to vocalize their decision-making process, which is so much more useful to know than the specific actions or tactics that they might use in a given situation, which may be completely wrong for the situation that you are facing, or simply because you are you. So I hope this helps. So next time you want advice on something or you're feeling kind of stuck, ask someone, if you were in my shoes, what questions would you be asking yourself right now?